Okay, we can see your slides.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Prof, and for the opportunity given me. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, both actual and online. The title of my presentation is Environmental Assessment of Waste Management in urban cities of Southwestern Nigeria for circular economic development and green growth. So I'm going to look at introduction, background, the study objective, the survey area and method, the results, and we conclude and make some recommendation. Yeah, poor waste management result in environmental and socio-economic problem in Southwest Nigeria. An attempt to manage waste through burning can lead to climate change, while landfill leachate reduce soil and groundwater quality. Hence, the need to look for better alternatives. It has been established by previous researchers that poor municipal solid waste management is one of the major problems confronting Nigerian towns and cities, with no remarkable headway by the government in solving the problem. This tripling generation of waste may not be unconnected with some noticeable economic and social progress linked with urbanization and population growth, especially in Nigeria with a density of over 122 people per square kilometer, and among the large economy in Africa, where urban population growth was over 6% in most countries. This rapid urbanization rate was to a large extent caused by the perceived higher income earning potential that characterized the urban, aided with alarming resources inflow from the rural, which have left the area impoverished in the post-independent period. Waste have become a common feature in Nigeria urban landscape due to poor waste management, with growing heap of solid waste often found along our major roads and streets. And this menace of waste has posed great environmental problem. And since waste is a basic part of development and industrial nation, proper waste management by waste-to-energy system will deal with a large increase in waste as population increase and help to ensure a good environmental quality, socio-economic growth, and generate electricity to augment the energy poverty. Waste as a valuable energy resource will support energy recovery from waste, which can solve two problems at once. Number one is to treat non-recyclable and non-reusable amount of waste, and to generate a significant amount of energy which can be included in the energy production mix in order to satisfy customer needs. Now, the objective of this study is to look at the current challenges in waste management system in Southwestern Nigeria and propose a more contemporary system that will move the region towards attaining a circular economy. So that's the map of Nigeria, and the Southwestern Nigeria is this side. So I try to bring it out so that I'll be able to see. So I was able to go around the 6 states, moving from Lagos to Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti. Environmental closeness curve hypothesis provided the theoretical framework. Purposive sampling of major landfills in Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti states, and waste generation pattern using structure questionnaire and spatial variations, challenges, and prospect of waste management practice. The results are validated at expert workshop for key officials within the waste management industry. Data were analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistics. So that is me on the field and during my interview there. And that's how this, the percentages of the questionnaires were distributed across the Southwest Nigeria. So I would like to point out the waste habits that we discovered from the study that about 57% were organic waste, that is that's attributed to food waste. So we are complaining of food, and we are still wasting food, majorly because we don't have technology to preserve them. So plastic is paper takes 29%, glass takes 5%, metal 5%, and others 4%. And we also measure some distance to the landfills and look at the waste disposal option that we have, from refuse bin, dump site, private collection, indiscriminate dumping, and specify dumping point. We discovered that quite a lot of people are not separating the waste, and that is a major challenge. But as I go on in my presentation, I've started making some moves. I was able to help Lagos State carve out the circular economic document presented to the governor in the first quarter of this year. And that's a major, if you go to enter Lagos, you come to the major landfill in Olushoshu, you discover that they have started implementing it. You see there that if you sort your waste, you are going to have reduction in your bill. Those are part of the initiative I was able to put, and I'm still going to come to that in my presentation. So it's going to take time, but I'm so fascinated that they started implementing the things that we suggested in the circular economic policy paper for the governor of Lagos State. And not only that, I was able to also take 10 delegates to the largest waste management conference in Germany. That is last month. So, and I was able to pull the MD of Loma and the city of Loma, the president of Association of Waste Manager, and some of his experts. Some executive also come in. So, and we also had the support of the United Nations Industry Development Organization, UNIDO, for the trip. So we are making efforts, and I believe, so these are just trying to tell us the challenges we have in the ways it's causing health issues, and a lot of things. We don't need to overflow this. And the people are willing to support the waste management initiative that we are proposing. Now, I want to look at the current waste management system in Southwest Nigeria. Is linear. If you look at it, you generate the waste, you store it, you collect and transport, you dispose. Some of the scavenger pick the one that is useful, which are just minimal. And the others are buried and causing nuisance to the landfills and dump sites and the environment at large. So you can see in picture what is happening. As you are dumping it, they are already surrounding you to pick the little they can pick. And you see how they transport waste in Nigeria is an eyesore. And that's the reason why we want to move it from linear economic to circular economy. So in doing that, there will be cost of restructuring, there will be stranded assets, there will be some winners and losers, but there is no way it's going to affect, especially the informal sector. In the policy, helped to develop, I was saying that we have to formalize them so that it will not be a total loss to them. Otherwise, it's going to cause a lot of social issues. So that is the structure we are using to move from linear to circular economy, and the benefits are enormous. We look at the economic benefits, the environmental benefits, social benefits, and resource benefits, because waste will now become a resource. It's not going to be an eyesore or like we call it waste. It becomes a resource, and we have projects in that we are pioneering more in Ghana, and we are kickstarting some already in Lagos, and I believe we are going to extend it with time to other states in Southwest Nigeria. So in circular economy, you need to invest in infrastructure. You need to develop market for recycled materials, design better product, reduce process waste, optimize life cycle through alternative consumption, promote reuse, improve collection, and encourage cycling. I believe if we put all this together to be able to capture collection and processing, production and purchasing, consumption and use, we are going to have that circular economy that we desire, that is being done in the developed country. We want to it to the developing countries, and Ghana is doing fine in this area, and we believe it can be a success story in Ghana. It will be a success story in Lagos. Lagos is about the size of Ghana, and that's why I'm passionate about Lagos. So if we get it right in Lagos, it will be easy to be able to cascade it to other West Africa, to other Southwestern states. Now, we need to also develop our own. That's the one I'm proposing for Lagos. I already proposed, and they have started it. Even like I told you in the largest waste management conference that I took 10 delegates to. We are already discussing it. This discussion, I was able to take them also to Ghana, the MD of Loma and his team, to be able to see how it's working there. And I'm so positive and passionate about this waste management. Lagos is taking steps. I believe other states will follow suit with time. So this is what we see. We, instead of the linear one, we want to see how we can separate. So what we introduce is we have introduced free bin. We give it to every Lagosians, 2 bins. So they separate organic waste and inorganic waste. Then, so that means they are not modeled up again. So we have 2 separation, at least to start with, and they are collected separately to the sorting center. So we have introduced sorting center to Lagos, and to start with before moving to other states in Southwest Nigeria. So from the sorting center, there will be processors, and the recycler will pick their own. Then the one that cannot be recycled now go to the landfill, and that is what is the resource for our waste to energy plant. So you discover that nothing is wasted in the long run, because once the processors take their own, recyclers take their own, then the one going to landfill can go for waste to energy, and the result will be new product. So it's a simple diagram so that will not complicate issue for them. They can easily relate with this. We don't want to copy something from above. We do some analysis of what can work in Lagos, and if it works in Lagos, we cascade it to other parts of Southwest Nigeria. Now, the weakest link in achieving waste economy in Southwestern Nigeria is the current collection method, where waste is commingled, not separated, and transported to the dump site for mining. A closed loop system where waste is segregated at source using 3 bins. 3 being we are going to also introduce, because we discover during the trip I took them to Germany.
Sorry to cut you. You have a minute to go.
Okay, let me just go to conclusion. From the linear to economic to circular economy, there is a need for a paradigm shift in the product economy regarding the curtailing of environmental impact and waste of resources through increased efficiency at all stages. With circular economy, waste is seen as a viable resource and not an undesirable end product of the society. Waste is seen as input material for the creation of valued products as new output. For this to be successful, all hands must be on deck and all stakeholders actively involved. There must be seamless synergy in the product development, infrastructure, equipment, and service sector, with the conventional waste manager rightly supported to take the driver's seat. The government has a role in creating an enabling environment and stimulating demand. The government needs to look into making extended producer responsibility into law, where producers take responsibility for their disposal of the waste they injected into the environment. Presently, this is done voluntarily as a best effort basis with little results. The government should also provide support to the private sector for assessing grants targeted at achieving the SDG goals of the UN. And that is it. If you do that, you are going to attain the SDG result. I want to thank you for your attention. Thank you, sir.